Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to touch a little bit on marketing, marketers, and how this all works as far as what you see online. I want to bring up somebody, I'm not sure if you'll know who this is, but he was in the news recently, and his name is John of God. If you don't know who he is, he's a faith healer down in South America. I believe it's Brazil. But he's been around for a really long time. And the reason I know that is I know somebody personally that went to see him about 20 years ago. And this person was fairly wealthy, did really good in real estate here in Chicago. And he had cancer. He went the medical route, spent a lot of money, and there was not much more they could do for him. So he went down to go see this faith healer, hoping that, as a last ditch effort. See, here's the thing. When you're desperate, nothing else matters. The money doesn't matter. Nothing matters. That's the power a marketer could have over somebody that's desperate. And I consider this guy, John of God, a marketer. And I'll explain why. Anyhow, this friend died. And how much money John of God got from him, I don't know, but I believe it was a substantial amount. And so recently, this guy John of God has been in the news, and I believe he's been indicted. But it is alleged that he raped hundreds of women over the course of all this time. Now, keep in mind, these were people that were desperate to be healed. And this guy has been accused of this. And so the first question I would ask is, well, how is that even possible? I mean, we're talking 20 years this has gone on. And you have to keep in mind, this guy's got a whole network that has been built around him. Even the town, everyone's making money there. Everybody. And it's all due to this person. He's like an anchor store. You see, like in a mall, the mall will always have an anchor store, because the anchor store that's the anchor. It brings everybody. Everybody makes money in the mall because it's bringing in the people. John's bringing in the people, and so the people on the periphery, they make money too. So what happens is, if you're making money, chances are, if you know about it, you're not going to say anything. Maybe you would say something, I would say something, but a lot of people wouldn't say something. And that's what happens over a long period of time. Nobody says anything. And so they all feed off each other, and they develop this network. And it's just marketers feeding off of marketers. And so getting back to hair loss, it works exactly the same way. You see all these marketers, nobody's ratting anybody out. Like I said, once in a while I see a patient come on that get booted off. But these marketers, they feed off each other because everybody's making money. So nobody's going to say anything. And that's how something like what you see going on in the online world, this has been going on for a couple decades. Nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's saying jack shit. The only thing I can't say is there are doctors that don't participate in any of this. And the reason being is that if you're a licensed doctor, there is a good chance that you might say, you know what, I don't want to be involved with this nonsense. Because what it does is, and even if you're honest, what it does is it puts your reputation at risk once it becomes exposed that you engaged in this type of activity. So think about that. Think about this guy, John of God. How was he able to do what he was doing over the course of 20 years? Nobody said boo. It doesn't. This happens in a lot of industries. It's like a system within a bigger system. The money system is the big system, but all these other systems, smaller systems, people just kind of fall in line. If everybody's making money, nobody's going to say anything. And so if you're not aware of this, if you're not aware of how this works, you fall into the trap of the social proof all these guys are creating for you. And if it turns out poorly, like I've said before in other videos, you're left holding the bag. There's nothing you can really do about it. The only thing you can really do, and most guys are not aware of it, you cannot sue for a poor outcome, but you can sue for marketing fraud. If you are not fully informed, most especially with the numbers, you're a victim of fraud. You need to have all the information. That needs to be disclosed. You've got 100,000 hairs. You're going to probably lose 50,000. From 50,000, ethically, you can take 15,000. I'm going to put 15,000 hairs where you had 50,000. Would you like a hair transplant? Let me think about that one. 15,000 where there were 50,000? How's that going to look? You see what I'm saying here? Okay. Keep watching, subscribe, and I have more coming. See you on the next video. Thank you for watching.